Hello. Um, so I've been going to this oncologist place. You can see there, Genesis. Um, Damn, I look like hell. I didn't sleep well the last 2 days. I don't know, just last night tinnitus. Night before that, I don't know, just having trouble. Um, so I want to say, just give a general update. I've been going to get my hand zapped. Um, they're an oncologist, so they do like cancer type stuff. And but this isn't cancer. This is like these nodules that form into contractures on your hands. So like, it's a contracture. It's like this tissue that grows in the palm of your hand, and it's a contracture if it starts to like pull your finger down or something like that. But mine haven't gotten like contracture yet. But there are these bumps under my skin that you can't really see, but I can definitely feel them. Feel like rocks under my skin. I guess a little softer than rocks, but you get the idea. And they just kept getting worse. Sometimes you can get them and have them for the rest of your life, and then they just never get worse. But if they're getting worse, you should get them treated, because eventually they can start to, twist your hand down, and then you're walking around like this all the time, and that's a pain. So I don't know if that's related to the other connective tissue stuff I got going on, or what. But yeah, so my a lot of the joints in my body are very fragile, and still the physical therapy has been helping some. Like the sled pulls have helped with my knees. Working out, like my rotator cuff was like busted, so I was doing like these where you just move out to right before it hurts, and then move back, and then move out to right before it hurts, and move back. And that's been, I can raise my arm above my head now. I wasn't able, like, I can do it all the way up, but I wasn't able to before. But like, it's not fully healed, because I was just in the store, and I was reaching in to grab a drink, and the door, like, you have to pull the glass door open on like those freezer doors or whatever, the refrigerated doors, and like the grocery store, and then it shut automatically and hit my shoulder, and it hurt so bad I almost collapsed, because it's just like, if you've ever had a rotator cuff injury, it's like, that's about as intense as like kicking the nuts like that. It's like, oh my god. So I'm just leaning against the glass, like trying not to just trying to breathe, not hyperventilate, and I'm like, grab my arm, and people are looking at me. And yeah, so that's still a thing, but that's been improving, and I've been doing more machines and other careful exercises at the gym. But I still I don't think I'm at the point. I think I'm in, because of the continuous pain. I tried low dose naltrexone. I'm trying that, and I tried 1.5 milligrams, and that's all right. Like, it made me pretty stoned for about 24 hours, just 1.5 milligrams, and that's supposed to be a low dose. And I think it made the tinnitus a little quieter, and I think it helped some with the pain. I don't think it helped that much with the pain. So it wasn't like morphine. Like, morphine will take all the pain away. It's also quite a bit more powerful. But still, I was pretty stoned. You're supposed to, like, that's a low dose. Like, they're giving people like many more milligrams normally for a regular dose of naltrexone. I would just be out of my mind. So I don't know. I don't do a lot of drugs. Maybe that's why. Other than that, yeah, things are the same. I'm just trying to figure out now, like, how to get on disability, because I'm having a lot of trouble being in pain, and with the tinnitus, like, being at a point where I'm reliable enough to even work a job. I mean, if you tell a job you have a problem, then they don't hire you. So it's like, and I don't have an official disability status, so I can't tell a job I'm disabled, and I need special, like, consideration, because they'll say, where's your paperwork? And I don't have that. So I've been talking to a lawyer, and they're like, well, you got to have your doctors say that you have the problems you have. And I'm like, they don't. Like, I went to the rheumatologist, and he's like, you're fine. I'm like, I'm clearly not fine. like played sports my whole life. I never got injured just raising my arm up or like, walking, or like, tearing the ligaments in my top of my foot from walking, or just like just basic stuff. Like, I'm so fragile, it's ridiculous. Like, I mean, I'm in Florida, there's a bunch of old people here, and some of them have serious health problems too, but most of them, even the ones with serious health problems, aren't as fragile as I am, not in their connective tissue. Like, they can move, they might have more restricted range of motion, but they're fine. Like, they can reach out and pick up stuff and walk around, and I mean, sometimes they need the help of a walker or something, but they're not in like this constant pain all the time. Obviously some people are, and I'm not the only one that's in constant pain on this planet, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, I'm staying with my 90-year-old grandmother, and she's I'm helping her, but I'm living with her, and I'm seeing, like, she's in a lot less pain than I am. She's a lot more comfortable. She had a hip replacement 3 months ago. So I got some serious problems, and doctors are like, yeah, you're fine. I'm just like, when am I not fine? Like, it's ridiculous. And I think they just don't want to be involved with, like, disability stuff, saying, like, I can't do stuff. I'm like, I can't, like, use my arms to, like, do things. So, like, what am I, I mean, if I was healthy, I'd be out there playing soccer and kayaking today and dancing. But it's like, I can't do these things. It's not like I'm doing those things and then saying I can't work. It's like so I'm just going to keep going to the gym. I try not to work the same thing out 2 days in a row. Any new exercise I do, I just do light, and then slowly, and then I see how I feel the next day, and then I try to do a little more, and I don't try to increase it too much at a time because I'm so fragile. But the rotator cuff's definitely improved and that's connective tissue. My knees have definitely improved, and that's connective tissue. Collagen and ligaments. Yeah, I think that's about it. Just to say, that's life for me now. Usually the tinnitus isn't so bad nowadays that it keeps me up at night, but I don't know. Last night I felt something in my neck, felt weird, and then the loud hissing in my right ear was just so fucking loud and annoying. So, but normally I get on a little better with the tinnitus, but still, like, if I get a little stressed, it just goes up. So it's like, when I try to work, it's very difficult because, like, at work you'll get a little stressed at most jobs because something busy is happening, and you're like, all right, I'm focusing on this and this, and that could happen anywhere. I mean, it can happen outside of the job, and it does. And when I get a little stressed, it's just the noise just gets so much louder. So it's like, what job is there no stress at? I don't know. I mean, it's like, even sitting is difficult. I can only do that so long, and then I have to lay down and stretch because my spine hurts. And I've been doing exercise for my back too, and my core, like the front abs and side of your abs and all that stuff, just to balance it all out. Because when you have imbalances, that causes ligament and tendon issues, even if you don't have any connective tissue problems like I do. So that's something to consider when you're working out, is that like if you have elbow pain, it could be like your grip, it could be the muscle, whatever that muscle is that pulls your hand back like that. It could be the opposite way. I think depending on which way, like, if you're weak here, then it's the outside of the elbow, and if you're weak here, it feels like it's in the inside of your elbow or something like that. You can look it up on YouTube if you're curious. There's a lot of physical therapists that'll talk about that, but mine's on the outside of the elbow. It hurts. Yep, I don't want to ramble on forever, but I think I'm just putting this out there just to say, like, because I'm gonna forget. I did this stuff in 2 weeks and went to Genesis, and I'm never gonna tell anyone that I got my hand zapped, and that there possibly is some connection between this crap on my hand and the connective tissue problems I have, and then the struggles with getting disability. That people should know about this, because it's not like, I think a lot of younger people don't understand too, because you're not disabled or you're not having issues with not being able to function properly, so you think like, oh, if I just get sick then I can get help. And it's like, I don't know. My aunt Becky, she had MS, or she has MS. When she got it initially, she was all right, but then it started getting worse and worse, and then eventually she's stuck in bed. And she's in bed most of the time. She can't talk well, she can't move real well, she definitely can't work like any job. And it took her 2 years to get disability, and she's bedridden pretty much. So it's like, I look okay. I mean, when I'm not looking so tired, I look okay. People look at me, and if I shave and get my hair cut fresh, I just look like a regular dude. You wouldn't know I'm in pain all the time unless you see me like slam my shoulder in a public oh my god, like I screamed, and oh my god, it was. But outside of that, yeah, you would just think I'm okay, but it's like I'm not. And so you gotta, coping with that hard emotion, I've been trying to deal with it. I'm trying to talk to a therapist, but I can't find anyone to talk to. No one has availability. So, all right, I'll wrap it up. So I hope you guys are doing well. I'll see you.